Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. My favorite makeup today is actually a skincare product. It's from Dr. Brandt. It's the Needles No More, No More Baggage. This is an eye depuffing gel. So I have a show today, and I don't look like I've slept particularly well, though I actually did get a good amount of sleep last night, I must say. But what this does is you pat this directly under your under eye, and it sort of like sucks your skin down. I don't think it fixes like the darkness, but it definitely does make my eyes less puffy, and then when I put my makeup on over it, that helps cover up the darkness. So I look much more rested even when I'm not necessarily looking like I am. Anyway, on to the video. So for today's video, I'm getting ready for a show today, so I'm just going to do my makeup for that and just do a little bit of chatting about like what's been going on in my life recently. And, you know, just how I like to do my stage makeup. This is a music gig. I'll be in a bar, so I don't have to go quite as, like, full on out, because everybody's right up close to me, so I would wear a different foundation for this than necessarily on stage. So, like, on stage, I can wear a foundation that might be a little uncanny looking right up close, because it's stage makeup, but the point is to make myself be visible to everybody all the way in the back, whereas this will be much more close up, so I would like my makeup to look natural enough, but I also want to still look like the best version of myself for close-up performance. And I have a couple different variations on that, but what I'm enjoying right now is using my Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. This is in the shade Shell, and I put an awful lot of it on and just let it sit for a little bit, because I find for me that's what works best to make this look, you know, flawless and pretty. At first it looks a little bit too much, but then it actually blends into my skin pretty well and does not look that way. But your mileage may vary. I do really like this foundation, even though I feel like I'm being a little bit wasteful, but every time I feel that way I realize there's still an awful lot of product left, and I would rather just be enjoying this foundation, which I do. So some stuff that's been going on with me. I have been traveling an awful lot, and I just got back from a long trip to Florida, and I have some other trips upcoming, and you know, the long distance has been kind of difficult, but it's also been extremely, like, career-wise very rewarding. So life has just had some upheavals. I am going to be moving into my own apartment, which I'm really looking forward to for many reasons. Just, you know, having my own space, though it is sad to, you know, be leaving the apartment I've been in for a long time and, you know, starting over. But everything is fine, and I'm in a good place, and everybody involved is in a good place. It's just, you know, it's the end of things as opposed to a failure. So there's a lot going on, and the New York City rental market is insane. So I believe I have found my place, and I am going to be signing a lease. But there was like a couple days there where I'm like, I'm never going to find a place. I'm doomed forever. I will live in a cardboard box somewhere. That's not the case. It's all going to be okay. I know that's what just happens with moving. Moving is incredibly stressful. Now I just need to like pack everything and throw out half of my stuff. So now that it's set a little bit, I'm going to move on to some contour. I'm just going to do a little bit on my cheeks. I don't want to go crazy today because I don't think that's necessary. Just like a little bit, just to sort of enhance those cheekbones, as it were. And so in addition to like getting ready to move, I'm moving on to my blush. I'm using my Milani Baked Blush in the shade Bellini. In addition to getting ready to move, I also have another like 3-week trip coming up, going to Georgia in May. So it's sort of there's a lot going on in a very quick amount of time. But I mean, it's all necessarily, you know, stressful and that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's all like for good reason, and nobody's upset, nobody's mad. It's just, you know, the way things are going to be now. And that's alright. I'm going to need to declutter again. That's annoying, because I felt like I got into a good spot where I had like, I mean, more than I need, but like, I had room to keep everything, and that will not be the case. I will not have room to keep all the stuff I'm currently keeping, so just gonna have to go through everything again. That'll be fine. Some of that I'll film, some of it I definitely won't. I'll just have to do it like blitz right through. So if there's anything particularly interesting that I'm decluttering makeup wise, I will definitely do a video on it. Otherwise, you may just not get to see it because it's off camera. And picking my highlighter today was really difficult, but I decided to go back to my old favorite, who I haven't really played with a lot, which is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit. I'm not even sure what color I want to use today. I think I'm going to go with sort of a mix of Kitty Cat and Forever Young. Those tend to be my favorites. I just love a good pinky highlight, and this one is really very beautiful and makes my cheekbones look awesome. And I believe the dupe for these shades in Fenty is, I think, Chic Freak and Girl Next Door. So it's not that you can't get this highlight in a similar color. I just prefer this one, and since I did get it, even though it's limited edition, I do want to use it, because I don't want to have, you know, I don't want to have a whole bunch of makeup I never use. Even though I know it's limited edition, like, everyone watching the video can't necessarily go buy it. There's other versions of this highlighter. This is just the kind of highlight I really like. My cat is hanging out next to me and he's basically sitting on all the makeup that I laid out for today. So I'm going to put on my primer potion on my eyes from Urban Decay just to get ready for that eyeshadow. And I'm also going to be trying out a new lipstick today for the show because I'm wearing a new dress and I want to look cute. I think the color is doing a little bit some funny stuff on the camera right now. I think my hand is just sort of reflecting funny, so sorry about that. I don't know how much I'll be able to fix that, but it's something to be aware of. Without having like my official background behind me, the lighting does kind of get a little funky, and sometimes I don't have time to film a second time if it's getting weird, so do my best. I'm trying to come up with a more consistent way to film, but it's gonna have to wait till after I move. And today I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Pastel Goth. That's what this palette looks like. I just wanted a soft, pretty look to sort of pull in some of the colors like in a subtle way that are in this dress, but also just, you know, I wanted to have like a nice deeper pink lip, so I didn't want my eyes to be too much. So I'm starting with the shade Clementine. That is the nice pale orange. There is a similar shade to this in some of the more recent Kat Von D's. You can get a similar shade in the Saint and Sinner. It's not quite the same, but this shade I find also reminds me a lot of, like, from what I can tell, it looks a lot like Orange Soda in Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's just a nice, like, pale orange, and I like that as a base color on my eyes. And next, I'm going to take some of this Doom shade and bring that across the lid, and then I'm going to take Dagger in the outer corner. I'm a big fan of this palette because while the colors are very pigmented, they're also very pale, so you can have like a really like brightly colored look without it being like brightly colored, like you've painted your eyes with like Day-Glo paint. So I really do appreciate that about this formula. I think it's a really nice one. I'm bummed that this is not a permanent palette because this palette is really good. But again, similar to my Nicole Guerriero, if I never used this because it was limited edition, then what was the point of having it in the first place, you know? So I'm trying to continue to use all that limited edition stuff because I would rather use it up and, you know, have enjoyed it than have it sit there and do nothing on my shelf. Like, that would be pointless. And next up, I'm going to take some of that Dagger shade and put that in the outer corner. Next up, I'm going to take my Kat Von D ink liner in Baudelaire, and I'm going to put that on my upper lash line. I may put a little shadow on the underneath, but if I get really sweaty, that'll come off, so I may avoid that for today. I am going to put mascara on, though. But first, I want to use this eyeliner, and then I think I may put a little tiny bit of some Stila Glitter and Glow. Just, I'm not sure exactly which shade yet. We'll see how it looks after the eyeliner goes on. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Freedom and put a little bit of that on the lid and just sort of blend that out. I really love this color. It's super pretty. And I will take a little bit of this Dagger shade and go underneath my lash line, just a touch, just in the corner. Not too much. I don't want it to get fallout everywhere, but I think it would enhance a little bit. I'm also going to put on my Mary Kay Lash Intensity Mascara. I think this mascara is fine. Mostly I just haven't gotten around to opening up like my new Marc Jacobs or anything. So I'm trying to use this one up. It's a perfectly fine mascara. It's nothing to write home about, but it's of the mascara that's currently open, it's probably the best one. And then the look is almost done, but I'm actually going to do my brows a little teeny bit with my new Kat Von D Signature Brow. This is in the shade Light Brown. I just really like this. It makes my brows look really good. Normally I wouldn't bother, but you know, I'm doing a show today. Why not? And last up, I'm going to be trying one of my new Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks. I'm not positive this is the right color today, but I'm using the shade Miss Argentina. I'm going to put it on. I may end up toning it down with a different shade, but my heart wants me to wear this. So I've got my lipstick on. I'm going to add my earrings and then fix my hair, but then I'm pretty much ready to go. I may tone the lipstick down a little bit, but I'm just going to let it set and dry and see if it looks a little bit much. It's probably going to look really good in photographs. It might be a little much in person, so that's just one thing to be aware of, but I don't mind. I wear all sorts of weird lipstick all the time anyway. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, please subscribe. If you've got a suggestion for a video, please put that in the comments down below. I know everything's a little bit wacky right now, but I promise it's going to stabilize soon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye!